Hello, this is going to be a quick voiceover guide for the Sunken Temple one pull as a mage in Classic World of Warcraft. First things first, get as much nature resist as you possibly can. I'm currently running 130 without mage armor because I have the 5-piece Netherwind set. I highly recommend 5-piece if you are going to be doing this pull. It makes it a lot more consistent and a lot faster otherwise. Minus speed of boots, of course, and then a stopwatch while you're doing the pull is definitely suggested, as there are 2 glitch spots that you have to stay for a specific amount of time. So while we run over to the dragon area, I'll go ahead and quickly explain what consumables you're going to need. You really only need 2 mage gems made, the max rank and the second to max rank. Health pot, mana pot, and bandages are definitely needed sometimes. Some pulls you get away without using them, some pulls minor things go wrong while you're gathering mobs, and so it's nice to have a failsafe. I just use the pots that I get from Sunken Temple itself. I get greater mana pots and superior health potions while looting. It saves me gold. If you're boosting people, maybe work out with them to get all the health pots and mana pots. Otherwise, just buy a decent chunk yourself before heading over here. And then if you are doing boosts, I would recommend only having a 4-man party total. If you are boosting a lot of 50s, if you have like a 45 or a 44 in your group, you can get away with maybe a 5-man party. But experience definitely starts to take a hit and becomes worse than Maraudon if you do max out the party with a lot of high levels. So here we're going to go ahead and pull the dragon, and then we're going to counterspell right around the corner. 12 seconds, I believe, is the amount of time it takes for the dragons to de-aggro, but over doing Sunken Temple for a long period of time, I know that is complete horseshit. Generally, you'll get lucky where you blink and sometimes they reset. Otherwise, go ahead and use this ledge here. It lets you get some distance, and make sure to start running towards the pit as soon as you possibly can while avoiding aggro. This is simply because we need all the mobs to be rendered in order to get to the circle. If you take too aggressive of a line here, the boss dragons can chain aggro the dragons running into the center of the room, and if they do chain aggro, you have to jump on this ledge to safe spot it. And we wait here because this is the best spot to wait for all dragons to be rendered and run to the middle correctly. This is the last pack, so we'll go ahead and run with them.
Not ready yet.
Go ahead and pop a Nagi here. So we'll start the pull by doing a rank 1 Blizzard, and then we'll go ahead and blink away. So I do a lot of counter spells on packs while I'm running around. This is to keep aggro. I've had times where mobs reset on me if I do not do this. The first counter spell I'm going to do is around the pit in the center. I'm going to mark the first mob and counter spell that when it gets too close. Also, the reason why I mark while doing the pull is if I'm going downstairs or going upstairs, I can reliably see where a mob is in respect to me and avoid running too fast or too slow. So I went ahead and counterspelled, then blinked away immediately. If you don't blink away immediately, you'll see caster mobs start to lag behind, and if they lag behind too long while you're going down the stairs, you'll run into them even though they are above you, and they will melee you through the floor. So while going down the stairs, I like to take the middle line, basically just go down the stairs in the middle. Very complicated. Now I do watch for a skull while I'm going down, or any sort of wing out of the corner of my eye. What that tells me is I need to take a more aggressive line. See, I see some wings, so I'm going to go ahead and just go down the stairs as fast as I can. I'll go ahead and barrier and mana shield early, counterspell to keep aggro, and then blink to the left. I started doing the left way recently just because I've had more consistent luck on my groupings, as well as you get 2 more mobs if you take the left staircase compared to if you just went right. and 2 more mobs is more experience for people that you're boosting, as well as more chance at Edge Masters, which is the end-all be-all of this farm. If we did not have a chance for Edge Masters, there really is no reason to do it. Blink past that group and do a counterspell here. I didn't take any hits, but I'll just reapply barrier because it's a habit of mine. So this first pack here, we're going to go ahead and just jump past it as best as we can. If you aggro, don't worry, rank 1 AE to make them chase you, and then we'll Frost Nova. That's just to avoid as much damage as possible, and that keeps your barrier intact. And then we'll go ahead and do a rank 1 Blizzard here. It catches them on the corner and gets a decent grouping. The main reason why that we do the grouping there is to make sure that trolls and dragons are together, and we want to kind of link their aggro tables. So rank 1 cone through that group, aggro this group here, and we'll go ahead and do a Frost Nova. Now there's a nice little blink trick that I do here where I cut the corner and then blink past. It avoids the aggros and then lets me get another rank 1 Blizzard pull here. And then I would only do maybe half a channel. It's less about the grouping there as it is just to keep aggro. If you do run through everything, go to nice Frost Nova there. And then another rank 1 Blizzard. I've had troll packs reset on me if I go through this section too fast, so I just do rank 1 Blizzards on the packs to make sure that they link aggro with other troll packs, and then they keep chasing you. So another rank 1 Cone Cold there. I'll do a rank 1 AE and then blink past the rest of the mobs. They'll start to chase me. I take a wide turn here, rank 1 AE, and then Frost Nova. If you take too much damage, you can always use a health pot. I'm pretty good, and my mana's also good. I'll just do my Mage Armor early here. And then I'll go ahead and barrier. I will blink past this mob. Usually you'll get the pats while you're doing the pull. That's perfectly fine. I blink past that just so I can get a nice little last grouping. And this is just to tighten the train up a bit, rather than to keep the aggro. We'll do rank 1 AE and then blink, just so we get all the mobs. And then we go to our first glitch spot, make sure to get all the way in the corner. I do a jump just in case, and then I start bandaging. Always pay attention to what time you actually get on the ledge. I think 43 was the timing that I had. And you wait 20 seconds here. You can use that time to bandage, make more bandages, apply buffs if you need it. And so at 03, I'm going to jump off. And then I'm going to rank 1 Blizzard this corner, and then I'll get 1 tick. Sometimes it takes a while for the mobs to get to you. Always get 1 hit of tick on a dragon or troll, run away, and then do a Blizzard here, and we channel to about the C, and then we jump off. And that last Blizzard is to keep the aggro when you go down. 24 is the next timing of my glitch spot, and you're going to wait here for 25 seconds, so 24, 49 will be the time that I jump off. But the last Blizzard is the most important. You want the mobs on the bottom half of the temple, just to make sure that there's a path that they can find to get to you once you jump off this ledge here. And that last Blizzard is to keep the aggro as long as possible so they can make it up to you. If you Blizzard too long there, they will de-aggro basically right when they get to the top of the stairs, and you'll cry because you missed out on all the mobs. And if you don't Blizzard long enough, you will get hit while waiting in that glitch spot, and they will kill you through the floor. So now that we're here, the mobs are coming up. I'll do 1 rank 1 Blizzard just to get a nice grouping going. This is not necessarily to group the mobs for kill, it's just to make sure that I have aggro on them. That's why I stand in that position rather than this corner here, because that allows me to make sure the mobs don't reset on me before starting to gather them. So this Blizzard here is where I gather, and as you can tell, the rank 1 or the 5-piece Netherwind is insane. It hits all 3 ledges and makes your job so much easier. So now that the mobs are grouped, I'll go ahead and bounce this ledge just to make sure that they get a little tighter. Oh, missed the jump, that's okay. And then get all the way into the corner, and I'll go for damage. So while you're doing this pull here, corpse eaters are the most annoying mobs. If you don't kill them together, they will start eating the corpse of their brethren, and I got completely smashed by all those mobs. I have Mage Armor on, cool game, and I'll just go ahead and waste time and bounce them. Corpse eaters are your worst enemy. You want to make sure they all die relatively within 5 seconds of each other. just so they don't have time to eat their friends and get out of your blizzard range when you're at the end of a pull. The second is the troll casters. If the troll casters get too close to you, they can cast a hex. Normally you resist it, but there is a chance that you don't, and the only thing that removes the hex is your ice block. I'm not sure if your trinket is able to, but I don't run it with a PvP trinket anyways because I like the extra nature resist of double noction. So I just bounce up and down those two ledges just to keep them grouped because the casters will desync off from the melee mobs. And I want to basically do a blizzard per barrier because sometimes if you get a bad chain of non-resist, you just take a lot of damage and mobs will go everywhere. This keeps it nice and contained. And you basically do this, the slow version of the up and down until the corpse eaters are in the upper 30 percentile range. I actually think they might be low enough for me here. I'll go ahead and go for the kill now. They're in the low 40s. So you don't want to get them too low for too long because they are now a candidate to be healed by the witch doctors. Normally the witch doctors will heal themselves or heal other casters, but if they do heal a corpse eater, it can go outside of your kill range. So now this will go ahead and blizzard here. And instead of hopping down and trying to be safe, we're going to just jump off and re-blizzard. And then still hit all three ledges because of the Netherwind. Yes. Netherwind is absolutely insane. And then we'll go ahead and just jump back up and then do another blizzard. The reason why I'm being a little more aggressive on my jump ups and my jump downs is because the caster mobs that I was speaking of can basically cut this corner and immediately hex you, and that is a bad time for everybody. As you can see, the corpse eaters are actually eating right now, but if I just continually cast blizzards here, they will eventually die. That's why you need to make sure that they stay within a good HP value of one another, and I like to mark them to make sure that they die. But they all died. You can be a lot more diligent when watching their HP values. I kind of just didn't really care and just went on through. And then casters, when they are low on HP, will run away and run to the stairs. They have no trolls to run to because they're in a different spot and you've already pulled all the trolls in the instance basically. So they will never re-aggro, so they're free weapon skill for anyone that you're boosting, and stuff like that. But I like to tell people I'm boosting to come loot early while I finish off the trolls, just to keep it nice and fast and hit lockout. But that's basically the entire pull. 115 mobs killed, only 44 were elites. I think or non-elites. I think the best I've ever done was 38 whelps. Makes the experience really nice. But hopefully this helps you guys do the pull. Take care.